Is the New Zealand CAD currently on the 60-minute time frame. I'm very late getting around to doing this video. As you can see that we are rallying, but what I'd like to do here, this is quite a lot going on within this currency pair, so I want to go ahead and do the high time frame analysis and explain this. So just zoomed out a little bit here so you can get a little bit of perspective. What I'm going to do is just clear everything off first of all, and I'm going to go out to the dailies. Let's remove the orders. On the daily time frame, what have we been doing? Well, you can follow a trend. I move higher, I move higher, I pull back, I move higher, I pull back. Once again, a move higher, a pull back, a move higher, and then a pull back. Now this is where it gets interesting, because right within the wicks here of the last outside return, you can see that we are clearly hugging this area right down at around just tapped to the 8600 level. Now there's no divergence here, so they've got no confirmation that this is a double bottom, and if we zoom out we can see that we have not retested our higher structure level just here. Now to me this is not trend continuation though. I have looking at the market here, no reason to believe that we are going to go higher or lower, even though we are trending. We've hugged this level for too long, and this is not a valid double bottom for me. So as we drop down the time frames, then we go down to the 240. If that isn't a double bottom, it could be a low and tight flag. In order for this to be a low and tight flag, we would need to have just violated structure. Now we didn't on the daily time frame, remember. However, if I put a structure level in just here, and we draw the potential low and flag out like this, then this level here did break below the outside return. So this is a potential low and tight flag with 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, and as you can see we've come right down to this point. The problem is I don't have enough confirmation of that, so what I'm going to be waiting for is a break below, close below, a pull back, and then a chance to short. But right now we have a channel, and within channels we have high probability trading, and in this instance that's come in the form of a bat pattern, an AB equals CD pattern, and a double bottom. So first of all, here is the back pattern, X to A to B, B to C, CD completion was around this level. And if I throw a fib on just here, you can see that we hit a 50%. What I am going to do though is just go and highlight the wicks. The wicks is where we look for those rotation patterns. And I'm going to drop one time frame lower. Just before I do that, I'm going to put a fib on for the targets, which is the 382. Now, of course, if this is a double bottom and it's going to go higher for trend continuation, then this was an entry you could have used to really ride this thing all the way up to the other side of the channel or even further. Just before I do drop down the time frames though, along with the back pattern, we also have this AB equals CD pattern. And I do always like to use more than one strategy, and as you can see, that ABC equals CD pattern has completed. We throw on an extension. You can see we've hit a 1618. We look at an inversion. Not really much there, to be honest with you, in terms of an inversion, but there is a 1618 extension. And as we drop one time frame lower, which is what we're allowed to do, and look for a rotation pattern, then look at what we have just here. Absolutely beautiful. There. Test 1. Test 2, and it's adding these three strategies together which increase the probability of this trade going on to win. So the RSI was oversold with divergence, so a valid double bottom. Now if I was around at that time, I would have gotten my optimum entry. So I'll just explain how I would have done that. We would have come down and retested the closes of the candles on the first test. and that would have been this red candle just here. I would have then been an ATR below the first test. Now the ATR is only 4 pips, so I would have been more than that. I would have got myself a couple of pips underneath that psychological number, just like so. I'm just going to make that red. And then targets will be that 382 all the way up there. So you can see how adding these different strategies together can give you an awesome reward to risk. In fact, just 10 pips of risk for, and you're going to want to front run here by a couple of pips, for 29 pips, so an almost 3 to 1. With the fees, you're probably looking at 2.5 to 1, something like that. But if you're trading a set position size, you've got a potential 29 pips in the bank here. If not, and you're trading a percentage of your account, if this goes on to hit, then you've earned back 2.5 times the amount you originally risked on a high probability bat pattern with an internal AB equals CD pattern, with a double bottom, RSI, some fib confluence, all happening within a channel as well. So very high probability, and these are the types of trades that come February I'm going to be showing you that I'll be trading a percentage of my account. I didn't get my optimum entry on this. Where did I get my entry? Let me bring that in. You can see I got my entry a little bit further up there, so this isn't worth 28 pips, 29 pips to me. It's worth, I don't know, something like 20. But we'll come back and see if this thing goes on to win. And we are back for the update. I should have done this video yesterday, but some of you that was in the chat will know I've been extremely busy. For those of you that are interested, I sold my house 4 days ago, and I've had so many appointments with solicitors. I'm buying a few houses here in England, as you know, guys. I'm back here now, so I haven't been able to get into the chat, and I was really hoping to this week. But I just then want to finalize this trade, and as you can see, it has gone on to win. We did hit that 38.2 fib. And this was a beautiful trade using multiple strategies. In the end, yeah, it was the full 20 was it 29 pips? I can't remember, guys. Apologies. I can't remember where I got my entry on this. I actually think it was 20 pips. And I think this drawings out was where if I got my optimum entry. But apart from that, lovely trade on the New Zealand CAD using 3 strategies: the BAT, the AB equals CD pattern, and a rotation pattern, which, by the way, guys, would have given you a pullback for a 26.18 entry. And those of you that know, come February, I'll be showing you how to trade a percentage of your account. If I'd got my optimum entry here, I would have got at least a 2 to 1 reward to risk, sorry, almost 3 to 1 reward to risk, and I would have entered in on my second account, that one I've been telling you about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. I will be explaining all in February.